Yes, sir.
What's good, everybody? This your boy Stack City. I got my boy LG. I got my man Barbershop P. And as usual, we back at you. Hey, listen, you can't be hot and cold. You can't be left and right. You can't be east and west. LG, tell them what they got to do.
Pick a side.
Mandatory. It's It's not optional. It's not optional. If you riding with us, you rocking with us, you got to pick a side one way or the other. All right, ain't no in the middle, ain't no straddling the fence. But listen, we're gonna get into this topic right now, and it's gonna be the first of a lot of conversations that we're gonna have on this topic. So this is just us introducing it. All right, and it's a random question. They don't even know that this question is coming. My guy LG and Barbershop P, they don't know this is coming, so they answering off the top of their heads. All right, but we all the way into 2021. We all the way into a new administration. We off the heels of everything that went down last summer, everything that went down with all the social unrest and injustices that were trying to be put on Front Street and make everybody across America aware of what was going on. But these things have been going on for a long, long time. A long, long time. All right. Since America was America. All right. That's how long these things been going on. So I want to ask, and I'm going to chime in as well. I want to ask LG and Barbershop P, from their own personal perspective, what is the most difficult thing, from your own personal perspective, what's the most difficult thing about being a Black man in America? What's the most difficult thing about being a Black man in America? Now, we got audiences of all ages and all ethnicities. So you're going to be informing some people, you know, from your own personal experiences, what the most difficult thing is about being a Black man in America. Who want to take it first?
What is that game called? What is like charade or something like that when you got to guess? So I always got to like, be in disguise or something like that. Yeah. Bro, that's the hardest thing for me about being a Black man in America. It's like people don't understand the mental talks that we have with ourselves on a daily basis. We can't be too loud. We can't be too boastful. You got to walk like this. You got to act like this. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk to the police, it's yes,
you can't
sir,
wear this.
No, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can't look too suspect. Like it's like every day you're playing masquerade, bro. Every day in society you're playing masquerade. That's why when you're in a profession like I am, when you have those barbershops and things like that with us, it means so much in our communities because it's not many places that we can be ourselves and kick back and not be judged and have everyday conversation because it's so hard just walking around being regular. Like I can't tell you how many times like I've been walking and I've seen somebody lock their car doors, you know what I'm saying? Because they think I'm coming towards their car or, you know what I'm saying, just racially profiled and, you know what I'm saying, just being judged just because of my skin, bro. Like, and I'm one of the coolest people you ever talk to if you met me in real life, you know what I'm saying? But because of the image and the things that have been cast upon us as people of color, it makes it very difficult for us to navigate in life. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're Michael Jordan. No matter what we do, everything, it feels like it's twice as harder for everybody else because we have to work that much harder to get recognition, to get seen. Like every time we take 2 steps forward, somebody trying to knock us 3 steps back. And it's always one of those constant pull. And it's saying like, and it's like a constant game of tug of war, man. And it's rough. And you have all these, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so much that I want to say, man, on this subject because it's like, bruh, people really don't understand the mental fortitude you got to have just to walk around on a daily basis. So when you finally come home, you get to unwind and it's like, man, finally, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, like leaving out of these 4 walls, I got to feel like I'm somebody else 24/7, only because society views me a certain type of way. And that's sad because we're living in 2020. And you can't say it's not true because look at George Floyd, look at Ahmaud Arbery, look at Tamir Rice, look at Sandra Bland, look at Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin. Like, these people literally do not like us because of our skin color, bro. We did nothing to them. We just want equality, not revenge. And that's the main thing I want people to understand. We don't want to hurt nobody. We're not doing nothing. We just want a fresh shot. Don't get in our way. That's it.
Man, where my man Rashad Smith at? Well, that's good. Hey, but listen, for me, because Stat used the word personally, for me personally, Stat, ask the question again.
What is the most difficult thing for you personally about being
Yeah.
a black man in America?
Parenting.
Toughest thing, yeah, the toughest thing for you,
Parenting.
your own personal experiences about being a black man in America. You said
For
parents.
me,
Talk to
it's
us.
parenting. For me, it makes me nervous. I feel like if we wasn't mistreated the way we've been throughout history, I could be a better parent. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm too hard on my kids for their age. I got 2 boys. They're only 9 and 5. And
I'm
I
gonna
feel
tell them
like,
why you're so hard on them.
right. And with my 9-year-old, I have. But like, it's like, because it's like, you don't want them to get away with nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't talk back like that. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Right.
know, like, and then when you look, it always seems like it's a young black man or older black man or somebody, you know, and it's just like, God, dog, boy, I got 2 boys I'm trying to raise. And to me, I think it makes it difficult, you know, it makes you want, you know, you got to think extra, like, where should I live? Where should they go to school? What do, you know, I got to tell them what to do. If somebody call them this word, I got to tell them what to do. If, as they get older, you know, when the police pull them over, I gotta tell them why people gonna look at them this way, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I'll never forget when I saw what happened to George Floyd. One of the first things that crossed through my mind, from a personal perspective, was my boys. Like, God, dog, like, here we go again. Like, I'm gonna have to have a real conversation. Like, you know how your kids a certain age and you try to wait till they hit a certain age before you talk to them about certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Dad, boy, I'm gonna have to talk to them now. Like, why
You
they
didn't get
just
that
like little
luxury.
boys still just want to play with action figures and blocks and watch cartoons. Like, it's like, God, dog, boy, I'm gonna have to tell them, like, you can't, you gotta, you know. So I think trying to be for me personally, just trying to parent them, because then sometimes I feel like I'm too hard and I'm not letting them be a kid and all this stuff. I'll be talking to my wife about it. It's like, God, dog, boy. I do know that the way we get treated definitely, definitely made me pay attention to the way I raise my boys for sure.
Mine is kind of along the lines of what P said, like fighting against the perception that other people have of us. You know, it's like we didn't make the rules, but we have to abide by them. And a lot of them weren't set up for us to be successful in ways that other people are successful. And does that mean there's not Black people that haven't achieved success? Of course not. There are plenty of people that have achieved success, but you know, they had to fight twice as hard. You know, if it's not something like sports, or if it's not something like hip hop, you know, like something that people already see us as being superior in, you know. But if it's something that involves intellect, if it's something that involves using your mind, if it's something that involves using something other than your body or making people laugh, you know, like we got to fight 2, 3, 4 times as hard, just to be seen as just to be heard. All right, much less seen as equal. And then, like you said, Pete, fighting that perception, like of, all right, I'm in this environment, so I can't do this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I'm in that environment over there, so I can't act like this, that, and the third. I gotta watch my tone. I gotta realize I'm dark skinned. I gotta realize I'm, you know what I mean? I'm not a little guy. I'm a, you know what I mean? They're gonna look at me because I got a little bit of height on me, you know what I mean? To go with the fact that I'm Black. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't just be like who God intended me to be. You know what I mean? So like, I can't just be who God made Stack City to be. I have to be like cautious of my surroundings.
Right.
Like constantly, you know. So
Right.
you know, that in itself is difficult. Always like feeling like you have to put on a certain mask and act a certain way when you're around these set of people or this group or in this environment, rather than just me being the Black man that God made me to be. You know, if
Right.
God didn't want me to be a Black man, He wouldn't have made me one. You know, if God didn't want me to be the way I am, with regard to, you know, me living the life that he has called me to live, then he wouldn't make me who I am and the way I am, you know? So why do I have to act like this person or that person, you know, or follow rules that were never set up for me to be successful in the first place, you know, in order to achieve like a voice at the table,
Exactly.
in order for
Right,
me to
like
even get a voice at the table. So,
I
I
like
mean,
that, bro.
it's
We just want to be who we are. We just want to be
who God made us to be,
comfortable
man.
with who we
Oh, it
are.
goes back to the history. A lot of history people don't know, man.
You freezing up right now, P.
But
No, I
yes,
was.
Stack City.
What about now?
Yeah, you are. I'm gonna go ahead while you work on that. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in for a second. You good?
Yeah. What about now?
Yeah, you bet. I mean, we can at least hear
I
you.
was. I was just saying, like, it's just it's a thing that also goes back to history and knowledge and just knowing, because there's a lot of us don't even know our history. There's a lot of us don't even know, you know what I'm saying, certain things about where we came from. Another thing that people don't realize with it being Black History Month and being in the Black community, a lot of Black people don't even have their real last name or their maiden name. If you want to be real, bro, we have the name of a slave owner. Like, our last name's not really, you know what I'm saying? My last name not really my last name. Your last name not really your last name. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing that you gotta look at. Like, it's funny because I walk around sometimes and I see other, like, I might see Caucasian or white people with the name Wingate, and I wonder, like, did they family possibly owe my family at a certain point, or was there a connection there or something? Like, and it's so much things that, you know, I just think about on a daily, or I'm pretty sure other Black men as well, but it's different, man. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's all about having an understanding on top of, you know, kind of being pushed, you know, keep getting pushed down and knocked back down. Like, we're still fighting for civil rights as Black people and Black men, and it's like, it's 2021, bro. Like,
Another
and
thing I
people be
hate.
like, and and it's like people be like, you know, well, it's this and it's that and da da da, but it's like, you don't see Black other races being put on display like Black men in America. You don't see that. Like, you don't see genocide put on TV with other races like you do Black men, and
Right.
it just, something has to happen.
You know what, man? Another thing I hate is when people say they try to justify or they try to make themselves seem better by saying I don't see race. You know, I think all people are created equal. I don't. Well, that's part of the problem
I
right
hate
there.
that. That's a
My
lie.
opinion.
That's part of the
That's
problem.
part of the problem.
Exactly.
That's part of the problem. Why don't you see race? Like you think
Because
God?
everybody
You
else
think?
sees
Yeah.
race.
Listen. You think God made diversity for us not to be able to recognize it in each other? Like I think we have to be able to see the diverseness that we have in each other, the differences that we have in each other, in our culture, in our skin tone, in the way we act, in the way we like, in the way we perceive other people, or not perceive other people, but in the way we look at other people and respond to other people. I think we have to see differences, you know, and to be able to appreciate those differences and be able to see them as equal, with equal standing, you know, as our own culture and our own race, to be able to live a life that that where all people can be be treated with respect. You know, so I hate when people
Right.
say I don't see race, you know, because I think we should. Like we're different for a reason. So let's learn to love and appreciate each other in spite of those differences. You know, in spite of the fact that that everybody's not the same, that everybody isn't going to look, act, think, and respond to situations in the exact same way.
Yo,
Like
Stack City.
when you don't
Right.
I
see
know
it,
you. Oh,
because
sorry.
when you don't see differences, you know, I think one, I think that's a lie, and two, like you still gonna
Straight
see,
up.
you still gonna see, you still gonna see the group that you're a part of as being superior while telling that lie. But go ahead,
Right.
Yeah,
LJ.
I was gonna say. You said we was gonna touch on this a few times. With Pick a Side. So I do want to get into, not now, but in the future. I do think it'd be good because right now we're talking about what's difficult, and we're talking about some of the things that's happened. But I think we do, like P was talking about the history. I do think we need to get into like why, like
Well,
why is it this way?
So it's not going
Right.
to just be a topic we discuss a few times. It's going to be an ongoing discussion, I believe.
Right. Let's pick
Yeah.
a side.
As long as pick a side is pick a side, and the three of us are involved, like we gonna have these conversations.
Oh, we're gonna keep our foot on their neck in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Like we can't have a platform be three black men and not talk about being black men in America. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's doing a disservice. That's doing a disservice to who we are, doing a disservice to this platform, and doing a disservice to our people, our community, and all races and cultures as a whole.
Right. And hopefully people, you know what I'm saying, understand us, even if you disagree. Like we can agree to disagree. That don't mean we don't gotta like each other, not get along. Like just understand me. That's all.
And if
Right.
if you don't like it, if you don't agree,
Tell me why you don't like it.
yeah, tell us why. Don't just point a finger and say you're wrong. Like reach out, let us know why you think we're wrong. Articulate your side of your point of view, your side of the line. What you think we're wrong about? Like tell us, talk to us in the comments. And we're gonna come up with some other avenues in which you can tell us why or why not you disagree with us. But for right now, talk to us in the comments, man. Let us know. Let's create some dialogue, some discussion, and let's really get into this thing. All right. Anything else, fellas? Last closing words before we close this thing out?
Yeah, man. No
I'm
hate.
good.
This
Stack City.
conversation. We love
All right.
everybody at Pick a Side. Need to be addressed.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, the official sponsor, the home team is Hoodlum Apparel. That's the IG. Go to Hoodlum Apparel, click the link for the website. Look at what they got to offer. Get you something. They ship all over the country. And
Yeah.
that's what it is. All right. So let's go ahead and close out. Pick a side. Till next time. We out.
Yes, sir. Yeah.